There was a gunman with an AK-47 who decided to open fire in an iHop yesterday morning starting at 9 a.m. And unfortunately, he seemed to be gunning for military officials of the National Guard that were sitting in the back of the restaurant. He ended up killing about 3 of those National Guard members. And he went out into the parking lot and continued to shoot and also killed a civilian. And then he killed himself with self-inflicted wounds. The place, the iHop, was in Carson City, Nevada, which is actually a few miles away from the headquarters of the National Guard. So they're wondering if this has anything to do with the fact that he was gunning for the military officials. The gunman's name was 32-year-old Eduardo Cencion, and his family said that he has no record, but he has a history of some mental health issues, clearly, because anyone who walks into an iHop and opens fire, there's definitely something else going on. So they're trying to figure out what exactly led to this horrific event. This woman's death is ruled a suicide. Now, normally maybe you'd say, okay, you know, typical suicide, whatever, but this isn't a typical suicide. Basically, she's the girlfriend, Rebecca Zahau. She's 32, and she was the girlfriend of Billionaire CEO of a pharmaceutical company. And basically, her death followed the death of her boyfriend's 6-year-old son, who unfortunately fell down the stairs and passed away after a few days in the hospital. So they were trying to connect the fact that maybe because she was the one looking after the 6-year-old son, the way she quote-unquote killed herself is very weird. The billionaire, whose name is Jonah Shacknai, his stock and his company went down when this was being speculated as a murder, but the second they ruled it a suicide yesterday, the stock in the company started to rise. So you're just wondering what exactly is tied to this. And also another weird thing was a message on the door in the bedroom. It said, "She saved him. Can you save her?" Now, that is just very bizarre for her to write that, Rebecca, almost in third person about herself. Eddie Murphy is slated to host the Oscars, which many people are very excited about because we're bringing it back to the comedians, which, you know, in many years past, they've always loved doing the comedians because it keeps the show light, it keeps the show funny, because it's a very long awards, show. So they want to make sure that people are having fun and having a good time. So Eddie Murphy might be the exact person that they need to bring up the ratings on this.